Hi there, Dr. Vicki Lemford here with the Shift Happens channel. Today we're going to talk about detachment. So often we think it's separating ourselves from our desires, but it's the exact opposite. And I'm going to talk to you a little bit about my experience with it. I've had a few clients contact me and talk about their workplace and just not really loving where they're at. I have had similar situations where I didn't exactly enjoy the people or the situation around my work. I felt like, there were some barriers there and I just didn't always enjoy working with some of the people. But I loved my actual job. I loved what I did. I was a teacher and I'm still a teacher. Anyway, I knew that if I were to look for another job, I knew that what I was experiencing here and now would follow me unless I had some sort of resolution. And I truly deep down loved what I did at the job, but I just didn't always get along with the people. And it had nothing to do with the people. It had everything to do with me. That was my big realization. And so I've been working with a few clients that are experiencing the same thing. And we got to a point where we were talking about detachment. I'll give my experience. I often would want to not want to go to a meeting because so-and-so was there. And I just would get really revved up and anxious and overthink and kind of obsess about it. And the more I did that, the worse it got, right? And sure enough, when I went to that meeting, it was awful, right? Because I had developed all these thoughts and biases and all these limiting beliefs around this person and the meeting and how it would go. So instead, when I realized that I had all the power and all the control, I just was like, okay, I'm going to reimagine what this meeting. I had another meeting to go to, and the same people were going to be there. And I thought, you know what? I'm going to start visualizing and feeling and being the person of harmony. Like, we are going to get along. We're going to listen to one another. We're going to respect each other. I'm going to feel valued. I'm going to feel appreciated. I'm going to appreciate and value them. And I just went through this whole thing. And wouldn't you know it, it totally followed that script, right? I wouldn't say it was verbatim, but they were asking me things about, my opinion, my thoughts, and I was sharing them with confidence and calm and love and appreciation. So my point is that I'm not here to say whether or not you should leave or stay at your job. But what I am saying is that whenever you're leaving from, whether it's a job or relationship or whatever, a house, whatever it is, just know that you have to leave when you're in a place of peace. You have to be able to, because if you don't, it's going to follow you. Those same interactions it's just a different person. Those same interactions are going to come with you until you find peace. So we're going to talk about that. And again, always like, share, and comment. I am Dr. Vicki Lemford, and I am here to help you. I learn as much from you as you learn from me. And this is a journey, and we're all experiencing it together. What a cool feeling, right? So let's build this community. That's how we do it, is by liking, sharing, and commenting. And let me know how some of your experiences are with detaching. And we're going to get into this a little bit deeper. So I did create some notes because this is such a big thing for everyone to be able to understand. Because so often we think detachment means we're going to let go of our desires and we just give up. It's not that at all. So I'm going to be looking at my notes a little bit, so I apologize if I'm not looking into the camera. Detachment from your desire or specific outcome is not about giving up what you want. Okay? It's not about depriving yourself of anything. In fact, it's the opposite. Detachment actually means your desires are no longer used as a means to obtain fulfillment, but rather to celebrate it. All right? So your desires are not there to help you be fulfilled, to help you be happy, to help you. It's not there for your happiness and fulfillment, because you already are happiness and fulfillment. Okay? And when you start with yourself within and recognizing who you are, then all of that just comes out, and your manifestations just automatically come. It's not about, your desires aren't about trying to manifest or trying to do anything. It's not any of that. It is detaching from the outcome and knowing who you are and going back to who you are. You are one with Source. Source is you working through you, okay? And so desires are more like, it's done. So celebrate it. Have some fun, right? And just imagine and be that person that you are. It's not about depriving. It's not at all. In fact, it's the opposite. It is attaching to that desired end. But you have to allow it, right? It's not about being resigned to not getting what you want. It's the realization that happiness and fulfillment is your natural state. That is who you are naturally. All right. So what does that mean? It doesn't, so often when we get into attachment, it's because we're fearing in the future or regretting in the past. It is here and now, recognizing who you are in this very moment, right? And so you need to obtain fulfillment and happiness and freedom. You already are that. You need to celebrate it and explore that and go, yes, that's who I am. I am fulfillment. I am happiness. I am abundance, all of that. Too often we fixate on the getting of the desire instead of giving of the desire, right? Desire is not there for an ends to a means. It is there to help you expand and fulfill your beingness. Does that make sense? But when you focus on the giving, you actually get what you give. And so it's a reciprocal thing. We always know that, right? It's giving and receiving, and detachment from the fear of not getting what you want, or detachment is actually detaching from the, let me try that again. I'll just read it. How about that? Detachment is actually detachment from the fear of not getting what you want, or the fear of getting what you don't want. So detachment is detaching from the fear of not getting what you want, or it's the fear of getting what you want. It's either not getting or getting what you don't want, right? So you have to stand in who you are in that moment. You are consciousness. You are Source, right? And this is a quote from John 10:10 from the Bible, right? The thief comes only to steal and kill and destroy. I came so that they may have life and have it abundantly. The thief are your thoughts and feelings of fear and attachment. Thief is the thoughts and the feelings of the fear and attachment. The I came is your I am awareness, your natural state, your fulfillment. You are happiness. You are joy. You are abundant, right? And the have it abundantly is detached from the fear of depriving yourself of not having it, or detached from the fear of not getting what you want, right? So well-being is always achieved. It's not about being achieved or manifested, because that's your natural state is well-being, right? You just have to acknowledge it. So there's no separation. You're free of fear of separation. I am fulfillment, right? Experiences everything. You experience everything with love, abundance, appreciation. When you start seeing everyday life, and again, I will say this a million times, when you experience that fear, here's your strategy, okay? When you experience that fear, you want to just take a step back and go, okay, be the observer. What does that mean? You know, for number one, that any emotion is temporary. So you take a look at it, you see it, you come through it. It's like, okay, I'm experiencing it. I'm just going to sit with it for a bit. Maybe let those thoughts run through, just, oh my gosh, you're not worthy. Oh, this isn't happening. Look at 3D, look at the 3D. Oh my gosh. And then your logical mind will create a story based on outside circumstances. You can just let that tape roll through, okay? And be like, okay, I feel it. There's a fear. There's a fear, and I'm trying to hang on to controlling it. Then you detach and you say, I am source. Source is me working through me as me, right? And just know that all of your desires are fulfilled. The desires are not there for your fulfillment. You are fulfillment. It's just there to enjoy and celebrate and expand, to really truly enjoy life, right? And so let's say you want to have that big house. Well, enjoy and appreciate what you have right in front of you. Wow, I've got a house that has central air. I get to have air conditioning and heat at the tip of my fingertips, right? I can just push a button and get it. I love this floor. It holds up so nicely. My rug is sitting there so nicely. I've got a bike. I can ride it wherever. It's total freedom, right? That gives you freedom. When you're in the moment right here and right now, appreciating what you have, that's freedom. So going back to my job, I said, I am in control of my thoughts. I am going to control my thoughts, my words, and my emotions. I'm going to revisit and visualize meetings that are going to have harmony and peace and love and appreciation. And it happens. So wherever you are, whether you want the house, the person, the job, the car, whatever it is, you have to appreciate and see what you have right now, because that's a celebration and more will come to you because you're giving it out. And then when you give it, you receive it and it comes back tenfold. It's that simple. It really, really is. So what I want you to do is try it. Gosh, I can't wait for you to encounter some challenging moments, because that's when you step back and use that strategy of observing, feeling, letting that script run through, and then realizing who you are again. All right? So comment, share, like, subscribe, do all those things. Let's build this community. I learn from you just as much as you're learning from me. It's a journey. Let's experience it together and let's have some fun. All right? Thanks. Till next time. Bye-bye.